Nancy, whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, ho. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, whiskey, 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 Nancy, ho. I'm a weaver, cotton weaver. I'm a dashing Robin maid. I got silver in my britches, and I follow the Robin trade. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, whiskey, 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 Nancy, ho. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, whiskey, 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 Nancy, ho. As I walked into Glasgow City, Nancy whiskey did I smell. As I walked in, sat down beside her. 7 long years, I loved her well. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, whiskey, 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 Nancy, ho. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, whiskey, 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 Nancy, ho. The more I kissed her, the more I knew her, the more I loved her, the more she smiled. I forgot my mother's kitchen. Nancy soon had me begot. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, whiskey, 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 Nancy, ho. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, whiskey, 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 Nancy, ho. Woke up early in the morning, lying halfway off the bed. I tried to rise, but I was not able. Nancy damn near knocked me dead. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, whiskey, 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 Nancy, ho. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, whiskey, 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 Nancy, ho. I'll get back to cotton weaving, shutting